Hey, I'm Chris J. Reed. I'm the only CEO with a Mohawk, and I run black marketing, social selling, dark marketing, Mohawk marketing, and Chris J. Reed Mastery. So this is top 10 tips about how to use LinkedIn. This is a LinkedIn Masterclass. This is for the Asset Managers Association of Singapore. Thank you very much for inviting me. So this is my top 10 tips about how you can use LinkedIn and how you can benefit from it. But why listen to me? Lots of people out there pretend to be LinkedIn trainers or say they can do LinkedIn, and you look at their profiles and they're terrible. Say, how can you not practice what you preach? And I practice what I preach. We at Black Marketing practice what we preach. And that includes having 650 LinkedIn recommendations, the most of any entrepreneur or any LinkedIn marketing company in the world. You know, it's not just us saying actually we do a pretty good job on LinkedIn, it's actually 650 other people, which is pretty good. We're also the only LinkedIn marketing person to actually have won power profiles, and power profiles are where LinkedIn actually give you an award for having the most viewed, the most engaged profile, and I've won it 7 years running. I'm the only person running a LinkedIn marketing agency who does that. So again, it's practicing what you preach. We'll also have the 3 books. So we have the one in front of you, we have this one, which is the first one, which is all about LinkedIn Mastery. Now it's the 2nd edition, and available on Amazon, or not available on Kindle in Singapore, because did you know that Kindle in Singapore is banned? Yes, you knew that, yes. I haven't, do you know why? No, I have no idea why. The Singapore, basically it's banned in Singapore. So it's a subversive thing, Kindle. But just switch your VPN on and you can soon download it. So it's very, very good. It's obviously worth reading. And then we have the 2nd book, which is Personal Branding for entrepreneurs like yourself. And then the 3rd book itself, which is in front of you here, which literally just came out, and it's to celebrate the fact we have Social Selling 2018 this Friday at Microsoft headquarters. So we have the 5 companies. We have Black Marketing, which we've gone for 5 years now. So we employ 30 people here in Singapore, and we take over people's profiles, write their blogs, optimize their profiles, do the content marketing, basically do all the things I'm going to show you today. And then we have a 2nd brand, which basically does personal PR. So we get a lot of people, for example, in the Business Times today, you know, we've got 5 of our clients in there who are basically ranting and raving about what they feel about certain subjects, and we replicate that on LinkedIn, amplify it. And we write the post for them and we amplify it for them. And then we have a brand which actually deliberately aimed at hotels and hospitality, because it combines TripAdvisor with LinkedIn. Because TripAdvisor is B2C, but actually LinkedIn is B2B, and a lot of brands are B2B. When you take a review from TripAdvisor, put it on LinkedIn, suddenly it's a B2B platform, suddenly you generate sales. Just looking at a slightly different way. And then we have the Mastery brand, which is what this is a mini version of. We go around the world talking about LinkedIn, talking about how people like you can use LinkedIn to achieve your personal objectives, your personal goals in a professional business context. But if you Google yourself, one of the reasons why it's so imperative that you invest in your LinkedIn, if you Google yourself, this is what comes up. So when I Google Shukri, who helpfully helped us with this arrangement, the first thing that comes up without even putting LinkedIn in is her LinkedIn profile. And it beats her Facebook and her Twitter and even her own website. Because that's the power of LinkedIn and Google. They look at how much substantiation goes into creating a LinkedIn profile. It's not a fake profile like Facebook, it's not a fake profile like Twitter. You have to put a lot of effort into it. So LinkedIn then ranked higher on Google as a result of that. And tips really start with your personal brand, that visual impression you get when you Google someone or you go to someone's LinkedIn page. Very powerful. People still look at visuals more effectively than they do words. So when I show you this, it's a personal brand. You know what the values he has: chaos, disruption, technology, you know, it's gangster. Lots of different variations of that. In a different way, Steve wants you to know he's a coach. Now he's also on Fox Sports. He doesn't want you to know he's on Fox Sports because he gets paid for that already. What he wants you to know is that he is a coach, presentation coach, and a very good presentation coach. Because that's his day job. That's what he really gets more, like how he creates his personal brand as being a coach. Karen Jacobson here. I was lucky enough to meet her in Auckland a few weeks ago. She is the GPS girl. She is the girl that you hear on every single GPS going recalculating, recalculating, recalculating. She's on 1 billion devices. That's amazing personal branding. And she's captured that in terms of the market. She is known as the GPS girl. Now she doesn't make any money by just doing the GPS girl. She makes more money by doing public speaking and training and singing. But she's known for that. That's her personal branding. It's like my Mohawk is, she's the GPS girl. Clearly Elizabeth here went for the Tinder look, not realising that, you know, she's the human resources manager for a small company called Hyatt Hotels. It's not very career enhancing. And definitely don't do this, particularly if you live in China. Not a very popular thing to do at the moment. But your overall brand is very important. Who here has seen Breaking Bad? So Breaking Bad is famous for Walter White on the left-hand side here, going from chemistry teacher to drug lord, killing everybody in his wake along the way, and he becomes Heisenberg. And his personal brand is Heisenberg. So Heisenberg has the brand values. Heisenberg is the drug lord. Heisenberg is what people fear. And he's able to then have another life as Walter White, where his family did not know he was this big drug lord, but Heisenberg had the personal branding. That put fear into people. That's what everyone has, a personal brand that has values attached to it. And it all starts with your headline. Your headline is here. So we go a lot on the Mohawk, we go on the recommendations and so forth, but it's about a point of difference. And then we change the background on a regular basis because that is your advertising. Steve Shaw here, CEO. So I'm looking at this going, fantastic. I've just connected with the CEO of HSBC. And I looked at his profile. He's the head of digital experience. As far as I know, the head of digital experience and CEOs are completely different jobs. You can't pretend you're the HSBC CEO, which is like a multi-billion-dollar job, and actually you're just in charge of head of digital experience. Don't do that. Well, this, managing director, I thought fantastic, okay, for the managing director. No, she's the personal assistant to the managing director. These things are very different. Complete your profile, it's really, really important you put your summary section in. But you capture people's imaginations in the 3 lines here. Because if those 3 lines don't capture the imaginations, no one's going to go show more. And you want people to go show more so they can read more about your biog and your challenges and your journey. And then putting videos in and putting links in, bring it to life. LinkedIn's a very visual medium. Put videos there because you can watch videos on LinkedIn. Fill out your job, your experience, and make sure it's consistent. We make sure every single person at Dark Art and Black describe the company exactly the same kind of way. And that's from our company page, brand consistency. Because it's external, not internal, and staff have a habit of describing what they do at your company, not what your company does. There's a difference between the two. And add videos, add YouTube channels as well, so you're driving people to actually go there. So I would say do 99% of activity on your profile and do 1% on your company page. You need to have its substantiation, and it's free anyway, and put the odd article up there, but don't expect much engagement. Don't expect much going to happen to it. Focus more on your personal page. People buy people, they're not buying companies, they're buying you.